Hey everyone, it's Wednesday. Welcome back to the Brush Hour. Appreciate you stopping by. My name is David Lozeau. For you guys who are new here, I'm a Southern California-based artist, and we're going to do some painting tonight. About an hour, just hanging out, doing some painting. Feel free to fire any questions you have over. We're just going to get started on this little thing here. So right now, the background is acrylic. The colors are all gouache, and what I'm doing now is enamel. So you're kind of coming in at the final part of the process where all the details really come together. This is a fun little traditional Day of the Dead piece. We haven't done anything like this in a while, and it's always fun to kind of go back to the roots of the work. So, again, feel free to fire any questions. We're just going to do this for about an hour and get some work done.
The Soul Fiend over on Instagram says, "Miss seeing you at the Tucson Fair."
Hey, thanks, Soul Fiend. I missed the fair also. Always a good time. I missed our Arizona run because we used to do the Tucson and Tempe shows. Always really fun. Get the chance to paint and hang out with everybody. So we do miss Tucson also. That was became so it was a regular part of our travels. We did that show twice a year.
Baby Divine says hi.
Hey, Baby Divine, thanks for joining us, hanging out.
Always be a Baby Divine in my heart. Yeah, sorry, Instagram's a little fuzzy. Or I don't know if you guys are seeing it fuzzy. It looks a little fuzzy on my side.
Yeah, last stream too. I'm hoping it'll clear itself up.
Yeah, on YouTube as well. So yeah, it's pushing nicely. Obviously, it's a little now. It pushes nicely, but it sounds a little
Crappy.
Well, it has to. We broadcast to all the different sources from one main product, and
So it's up to the product.
that also they're having struggles. We're having struggles. Yeah, Divine saying it's blurry. It's so annoying because
Nope, it'll have to come back on its own. But it's like when you watch YouTube. Hopefully, it will sort itself out.
Watch Dawn. Calypso over on TikTok says, "Oh my gosh, this stopped me dead in my tracks. I love her."
Thank you, Calypso. Welcome. Glad you found the stream. We do this every Wednesday. It's a fun little piece. I have a frame. It's actually designed for the frame, same shape. So again, a fun little way to create based on the shape. Kind of a fun way to mix it up and keep me excited to paint. But there will be no prints of her because she is a weird size. That's the only downside format.
It's for sure restream.
Yeah, for sure. 100%. If you switch, yeah, because it's clear here in your restream account.
Right, it's clear on my restream, but not.
Yeah, it's them.
Yeah, sorry, it's blurry. We're hoping that restream pulls itself together.
Yeah. Or I'm just painting blurry. It could be all the things.
Oh, my eyes. Sean says, "I love her."
Thank you. Thank you, Tiana Sean. Yeah, we'll have to revisit her in a way we can make prints of one of these days.
You don't think you would do just canvas of her?
A long skinny canvas?
Yeah.
Well, that's an idea for sure. I hadn't thought about that.
We go up like 2 cents.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea. Take that back. DVD.
Well, because would you really, you're not a fan of doing things again.
No. And I do like pieces that fit those weird wall shapes in the house.
So my last question, should I try to stop the stream and start again?
Nope, nothing you can do. It is what it is. Oh, you can shut it down, start up if you want to try it, but it won't do anything. It's
Cliff's was saying you could paint more ladies and then there's line ball.
See?
It's cute. Little sisters. It wouldn't be a bad idea to do like a little, you know what I mean? They're all a little different. That'd be really cute.
Making like the seasons or something cool to unite them all.
Oh, that'd be really cute. She's very spring, right?
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? That would be really cute. Thank you.
Calypso, because the winter's easy.
She's saying yes. She's like, yeah, dummies.
Yeah, dummies. He's stupid.
Well, sometimes
she's been on the stream for 2 minutes. She's like, this stream, I don't know what you guys have been doing around here without me.
Sometimes we look at
we're too close to it, yeah.
Yeah, and we don't kind of think about it in terms of.
Well, just to give you an idea of the workflow, like this week's painting for the live stream, and I have 4 or 5 other paintings in process. Some in development, some sketching, unfinished piece over here. I mean, I have little bits and everything, so you kind of get lost sometimes, and I tend to think of them as a project and not as individual. But I love the seasonal.
I like that.
All of you, the girl seasonal. I didn't even want to do her differently.
Yeah, no, I think she's.
No, I think she doesn't even count. I think you do 4 seasonal and a little more.
But it's not spring about it. Why
They want the other ones to be bigger and more detailed, and you've already kind of committed to a small.
Okay. That worked on Twitch saying, I love her dress, so cute.
Thank you, Devil Bird. All right, thank you, Devil Bird. Appreciate you watching on Twitch.
And Mama Divine is over on Facebook. We got Divines left.
Divines left and right.
From the left. Coming in from the left.
We are divine heavy.
Sean says she has to be on canvas. So you're thinking that you would want to really and you would do it so differently.
Yes, I would design them all to make sure they all match a little better. Really lock yourself into this.
Huh.
I don't know. TBD. Maybe it doesn't have to be.
I just don't see how you would make her more springy. I mean, she's flowers.
But I'd make her bigger with the plan of being
Butterfly.
bigger. Like when you paint this small, there's just things that won't look good when they're bigger. If you're going to bother to do the 4 seasons, you want to make them so they could be, larger. It's very small. But no matter what, I like the idea. I think it should be.
Yeah, if it was intentionally spring, I guess the background pastel.
Yes.
Really more pastel. Is that what you mean? Like really
just exactly. Just like a little more intentional. But I love the idea, and I think exploring this little cute character in that way is really cool.
Yeah, I see the vision. You're right.
Because
you could really.
You could have birds in there. You know what I mean? You could have this spring. Yeah.
You could really push it.
And you got winter too. With the sleigh and Christmassy. Her whole thing is Christmassy.
Devil Bird saying it's raining in Arizona. We need it, but it's cold. Yeah, it's been raining here. San Diego, we have 2 good days of rain.
Yeah, we've had almost 2 inches in the last couple of days.
Which is a lot for us. And then it was sunny and kind of lovely today. And then we'll get rain again tomorrow. But we say the same thing. We're like, but we need it. It's raining, but we need it.
And the problem with my brain is now I'm only thinking about the seasonal. I'm already building that in my head.
Oh no.
No, it's a great idea. Now we got to give.
Well, I think
Calypso's gonna get credit.
Yeah. No, I think that would be really cute. I love sets. I'm always
exactly.
When you approach things or I can steer you in the direction.
And what's taught me is you got to approach sets from the beginning. Yeah.
Well, this is small, so this could be a one-off.
Yeah.
In this way, and then do it intentionally.
But I even have these frames right here. I think you can see what I'm pointing at.
Yeah.
I have, I think, 4 of those.
That would be
A little bit big enough for to do a little more.
Yeah. And Instagram cleared up, by the way.
Okay, thought I would.
Yeah, that would be cool.
I like
You're
Calypso.
right.
Great idea.
Yep.
We're gonna steal your idea and give you no.
Yeah. I think that would be cute.
Calypso, these get painted, and you see me post them. You message me, and we will set you up.
Sorry if you guys in the back, like,
There's
just cats or dogs who are usually asleep now.
a lizard or something
They're
in the
convinced
studio.
There's a lizard in the
Yeah.
studio. They're just convinced, and so they're probably not wrong with putting your bookcase because he thinks it's there. She thinks it's under the couch. Goodness.
All hell is breaking loose. And Buns, you're probably right. I bet you're right.
Right. There's probably a lizard in the studio, and it doesn't want to be seen, so we're not gonna. What can you do? Tina.
Thank you, Tina.
Tina.
Tina. Thank you, Tina.
Tina.
Oh, yeah, excellent. I can't see the words.
Sorry, Tina. I'm eating a lollipop.
Oh.
So I'm slower.
Thank you, Tina. Appreciate it.
I'm not drunk. And I'm glad that. And that's the funny thing about doing these small. Sometimes other ideas or.
I love the season idea. I think it's a great way to capture those. I'm super excited to paint them. And each one has this style thing.
Yeah.
The beehive kind of hair, the tall hair, and it's so neat because you fill Christmas ornaments on Christmas. It's easy.
Yeah.
Fall and fall, it's filled with like leaves that are blowing all around.
Yeah, I love it.
An apple. Oh, see, it's corn exactly.
But yeah, I love the idea of the flowers and I was only more and springy, but that could be a very. Longer. There being longer. We wouldn't be able to come in paper. Hey, oh, the dogs are gonna knock stuff over.
Now,
so it's only a canvas option, right? Or do you then trim them? Because the fun of it is that how high it is. It needs that height.
Yep.
But for the sake of like mini prints, do you cut it at the waist?
Or you do all four together as a paper print.
Oh, to get the width?
Yeah. So it's like you see the 4 seasons of her.
Yeah.
Might be a way to do that.
I don't know how to block them. Oh.
I think there's literally a blocking device over there. Yeah, I think maybe we do all 4 as like it's one print.
Yeah. So same size, whatever. You can buy canvases
Of individually. And if you want paper.
And then you paper wise modify it so it is 8 by 10.
All 4 on there. It might be too small though, because they're you have to figure that out.
But
think
again, you could cut them.
Yes. Oh, you could do that. See, you get it.
So you save space there.
Yeah.
And then
okay.
Yeah. That's cute.
We're live working it out as we speak.
And that's the funny thing about owning your own business and is we just throw the ideas out until it kind of from a fun perspective, so it's fun for you to do the art, but then from like a business perspective, how do you sell the original, make that affordable, That's why these smalls are so nice. They're much more attainable for people than the larger pieces. And then how do you make sense though of the business going forward? You know, a one and done piece, a small piece like this that is affordable is great for somebody, but how does that help the art business? You know, how does that keep lights on?
Well, for example, I had numerous requests to try and purchase this painting after the first person had already snagged it. And you know that as an artist, like I've missed opportunities to one have other people be able to get the art, which is why we do prints. So when I do something without prints, you know, there's always that no one else can own it. Like that's it. I don't repaint a lot of things ever. So like that idea's gone, and you know, as an artist, no one else can have any of that. Kind of spend your effort on something that only makes you know money once.
Yeah, I mean, there is the art of being a full time. There's a business side of it, or kind of keep the art moving forward and keep the lights on.
Keep the dogs fed.
Yeah, how do you make things both affordable and achievable, but keep you interested in the art?
And yeah, I mean, I could sit, if I was a piece of craft, I could just sit here and paint 20 of these, you know, and then just tell everybody it's original and sell it all. I mean, there's artists I know who do stuff like that. I'm bored by painting the same piece. I wouldn't enjoy that. It's also kind of dishonest to keep banging out the same thing.
Yeah, so like double vertically, well, you could honestly do beehive with a lot of things, chess pieces and holiday. Totally. And there's this line, we call line very, very tight. That's why we spoke a while about how Dave would want to, as an artist, feel good about exploring this idea of how we can, as we aforementioned, still make a living of this, right? I think once you go too far, like once Dell's uncle and says, I don't want to do so many varieties, or I don't want to do just this, or that's not fun for me to explore, you know, then we've gone too far.
Which is why if you look at my site, there are 20 different subject matters that I paint to stay excited, to stay not copy myself, to stay excited to paint new subjects. Everything from Western, World War II to nautical. These things all keep me fun, happy, and painting. And I bounce around. I don't like to stick in one genre too much because I get bored.
Yeah,
yeah.
I totally agree. I look at it from that perspective, not the artist. Is this a sort of a word? Does it have feeling that resonates? Is it of such interest, not just from the art catalog? You know, does this enhance Dave's catalog and make say, oh, look at this artist, how he explored this idea without it being kind of too forced, too money making. So there's always that balance, I think.
We may cost ourselves money.
We cost ourselves money all the time.
Sure.
Well, all the time, because we're like, should this be a collection? Should this be a set? And if he doesn't truly feel like doing it again, exploring the concept, or is like, oh, maybe later. You know what? It goes into a sheet that we keep that lists out ideas, and it probably will dwell there forever. And like he'll die without having gone back and explored it. And that's just life. You know, it really has to be the interest in the art first, and then function as a business. And we probably lose a lot of money that way, but you know, we
want to keep this fun. We want to keep keep the art exciting for both of us. We want to be excited. We don't get burned out. I mean, I could be the guy who paints the same thing. I know those artists, and yeah, they can make a living, but I need to be soul satisfied, and we don't want to see the same thing. And we know the kind of art we collect, and there's certain things we want to do as artists. We want to keep fresh. But again, finding this is a great example. Us working out right now live, doing a seasonal thing with this kind of theory, this theme. I love it. I can tell you right now, if we do that, you will not see her again after that. It will be done.
Yeah, and then especially when you're talking about these pictures, because you've been doing this art for so long, I'm acutely aware with just this and variations of this forever. And
Mhm.
so forever, 100% no good. And I think we are intentional in avoiding this,
Yes, very much so.
which what to call it, more like a more simplistic, traditional Day of the Dead
Yep.
art.
Yep.
I think we've made a very intentional decision to avoid it. Always try to mix in other genres and kind of go in a direct, because would be too
And exactly.
it would
And
be too easy to just and do this again and again.
yeah,
Because there's tons of money. You could literally do nothing but turn out with these other characters. But he's had a few characters in his career that he can do now and just literally do like these two characters like all long. People will continue to buy them, but we've made not retire them, but like they're not going to reoccur in the way that I think people might want. And that's just a decision.
and we like to keep things. I like to have my art be stick out, amongst in the Day of the Dead category, and that's why I don't paint flower faced girls, realistic girls ever, and even the cute ones very few times.
Yep.
Because that's so much of that out there, and it's not. I'm not inspired by that in the way I am with the other more intricate detail pieces from other cultures. Sharing that kind of stuff. It's a great appetizer. Kind of jump in, explore my little idea, and move along. I like the small stuff. But when you say, oh, a full season thing, now you made the small bigger, and I'm like, okay, I like what you're saying. It's a story now. You've made a simple idea bigger, more intriguing to me. And then once I do, like I said right now, once we do that seasonal thing, she'll be done. You won't see her again.
Yeah. And even that, like that's us. What is the limit? Where would it? How do we make it affordable? A very long size. This as a print can be generated on canvas. It's formats like paper prints. So you have to start to say, how do we make this attainable? And we found a way to make this attainable, affordable, in the print sizes that are common and available to us. So again, it's balancing the business, balancing the fun.
And this is the part of our career that most people don't talk about.
Yeah.
And it's important because this is what we do. Like we're full time with this. There's no other backup story. So we have, now going on 15 years of full time work as an artist, and we just kind of know what we have to do, what works, and what we want to put out there, and we want to have stock of. Costs money to have stock of stuff, and to have every painting I have on my site. That slows you down. Like I don't mind some of this. So.
Violet, young Violet, on saying, how do you do that so well?
Thank you, young Violet. And so, like I was just saying, I've been a full-time artist now for 15 years. So this is basically 15 years worth of work routine. That's how just practice. And I've done probably well over 300 to 400 paintings. And it's just really taking the time to dedicate, to be better, to work hard. I try and challenging myself this many years into the business as an artist, because I want to be uncomfortable. I want to learn things. I want to make mistakes, and you have to do that to grow. A ton of paintings. Yeah, you're looking at painting number 500. Painting number 2, 3, 4 to maybe 100. We're not so great. So you got to basically earn that and kind of dedicate yourself to it.
Madam Kayla, we're on. Hi, longtime fan, first time watching live.
Excellent, Michaela. Appreciate you found us. Welcome. We finally got the streaming sorted out on TikTok a few months ago, so we're here. We do this every Wednesday. We paint stuff, we draw stuff, we ink stuff. But this is what we're doing. So I'm glad you found us, and feel free to fire any questions you have over. And
Devilbird says, "I'd love to see David in the American style and not having the quote unquote lady."
You know what? And thank you. And that's exactly why we don't do a lot of the tattoo stuff. Again, we started our career in the tattoo world. Like we were at the tattoo shows. I came up in that world. I'm very versed in what they do and what they like. And they're super talented. But those guys with their tattoo watercolor art and flash stuff that they do, I want to make sure that my stuff is different than theirs. You know, and it's constantly something I can't do as much traditional American stuff, or there's some subjects I kind of avoid because they're so saturated in the tattoo world. I love Asian dragons, some samurai pieces. I've done a ton of samurai pieces, but I still constantly am cautious of what else is out there.
Avoiding that.
Yes, I've always avoided the pinup stuff.
There's another avenue. There are avenues, and we're acutely aware that there's subject matter and avenues that we can make endless money. Like, no question, and one of which is like pinup people, like sexy movie, like endless revenue stream for that. Or going back to like the tattoo flash. And it's just not the avenue. The point is not to do the big busty DC, Marvel universe.
Yeah, I don't want exactly. I don't want to look like a comic inker. We're very fortunate in my career to be able to pick and choose some of these things and have. Again, I know that it's not entitled, but it's a long career artist to be able to say these things. Be able to say, I don't have to do that. I don't want to do that. We just constantly my whole career have kind of tried to be not what everybody else is doing, make sure what I'm doing is unique and not replicated.
Yeah.
I challenge anybody to have my line work style. Like, I didn't intend to make it. This is how my brain works. And this is what we do. And
that's a funny part of it, is because the line work mediums are unique. You could have done anything like that. And especially very master content.
Yes.
And you can just make money on all day long. I mean, there's artists out there who literally just replicate other people's arts. DC and Marvel artists. They're not making their own art.
I turned down commissions to do Grogu and all their Star Wars stuff, because it's not my characters. I don't want to. There's guys that can do that for you. That's not what I do. I want my own style. I want to paint my own thing. I've avoided copywritten material, from the beginning. We don't want. Yep.
There's a ton of ways that artists make money doing what's quote unquote popular, and we could too, but it's not just and his avenues or not.
But that said, I've worked with Disney. I did pieces for Disney. I did pieces for LucasArts. When they came to me and let me do my thing, on their characters, and that's only. I believe in waiting till those opportunities come, rather than just painting someone else's character because you want to paint someone else's character to make money.
Stupid again.
Oh, come on, restream. No, it'll come back. Yeah, nothing we can do. Great questions, though, guys. I appreciate that. I love hearing this kind of stuff. I like to explain how we got here and some of the things, and I love explaining why we do what we do.
And why we don't do certain
exactly
things. There's
we don't often talk about that.
There's a lot of money and opportunity, and you just don't have to. You don't have to.
Mm-hmm. But it's like when someone passes away, David Bowie or a musician passes away, and then these crappy artists, and I have no problem saying that, pump out tribute pieces. I hate that stuff. Like, you weren't painting Bowie before he died. Now you're going to do a tribute piece. Like, I just don't like when you're capitalizing off his death.
Yeah.
You can say whatever you want, but those tributes are just capitalized.
Yeah, that's very that was in the zeitgeist.
Yeah. Exactly.
Marilyn Monroe, especially like the they really focus in on
the airbrush world.
Jolie. They focus in on popular, famous faces, and you could do that all day long. You could 1,000% sell.
Those guys in the mall paint Clint Eastwood all day long.
Yeah.
It was Clint Eastwood. That's the people that'll buy that. It's never been the direction we wanted to go.
Yeah, it's just again, money left on the table, but
integrity.
I'd rather be fun, different, and moving along.
And painting our stuff rather than just painting someone else's creative work.
One of my past time of David's piece, Don't we all?
They sneak in.
Don't we all? I have a few birthday presents where I've gotten dogs or myself, I don't know, immortalized. And it is very, very fun to see your beloved animals kind of put in these funny situations and kind of. It is a really fun thing. I have a few hanging in my office.
But again, great. Kind of stuff I love talking.
Joanna, on behalf of Violet, or maybe on behalf of Joanna, is saying, have you had to deal with art damage in shipping or a frame coming apart?
Oh boy, Violet, let me tell you, or speaking for Violet or to Violet, we've had all this happen. I had an original painting that we followed on UPS, and I watched it go to Oakland, where it sat for 2 weeks. They told me they didn't know where it was and didn't know what the problem was, and I watched it sit there. When it finally showed up, the box had been hit by a forklift. I'm looking in this lodge, and the frame was damaged. So I had it sent back to me, and rebuilt the frame and sent it out. That's probably the worst thing that's happened.
And that's a weird thing because when an original is shipped, we insure it.
Mm-hmm.
But it's a really it's an absolute crime how shipping companies, the FedExes, the UPSs, those companies, they come back to you and say, well, how do we know that we damaged it?
Yeah, they basically told us that they didn't know we damaged it, and then I didn't pack it hard enough. And
how do you prove it? And
yeah.
You say, well, I packaged it, I insured it, and then I dropped it at an approved location for then your service to pick it up. How else can I prove it? And they just kind of say, oh, well, you can't. Like you buy the and yet the insurance never.
It's a joke. It's a joke. And on that one, they had the marks of the forklift on it. They told me that I didn't build the box strong enough. I didn't realize I had to build a box to deal with being smashed, by a forklift. So insurance is a joke. Doesn't matter. They're just ridiculous in that way. And that's probably the worst when it's happened. We had one tied up in customs for 3 months.
Well, what England?
Yeah.
There's all kinds of things because you have to do national bills and what's inside and how much it is, what material we got one via DHL, which has always been phenomenal. We got pulled up on the way to the UK for weeks and there was really no reason for this.
No, almost extortion on the other end.
Extortion.
Yeah.
And we had heard that years ago that UPS in Canada. So we really avoided shipping via UPS to Canada for a long time. That got fixed. I was really surprised that DHL had this issue in the UK. We've never had issues before. So that was really weird, and we got it fixed, but it was a little bit extortionate. It was a little weird.
Yeah.
And then we had a painting get held up in Australia because they build custom frames for some of his originals, and makes it look like it's made of old wood, even though it's brand new wood. And he did such a good job. They were convinced that the wood was getting eaten by
worms,
like mites and worms.
Yep.
And they didn't want that to be imported. So they're in islands. You have now of anything, just like crop or whatever. I understand their concern, but we're like, that's brand new wood. That's all fake.
Mm-hmm.
That is by design made to look like.
That's a good job I did, where it had to be irradiated because they felt it was.
They there's some weird scenarios, but if you consider that we've been doing for almost 20 years, that we've shipped hundreds of packages all over, really only have 3 to 4.
Yeah, it's an amazing track record. And for the big stuff, like if you buy a big painting and you're far away, then we do a crate where it's actually in a crate, a wooden crate, which gets sent freight, which is great because I know it's safe. Yeah. It's locked in a museum, a company that builds me museum quality custom boxes. They're amazing, and they build them custom to the frame. I just had if you follow my socials, a few months ago, I painted Apache tail rotor to Texas Yeah, it has its own custom box made for it. And I know it's safe the whole way. I can follow the tracking. Like, I love when we do that. It's that or a handoff. Those are my two favorite ways to get a painting into someone's hand.
Bob Not So Ross.
Aha!
So is that a fake?
Oh no, it's not a fan blade. This is a piece of so here's the, let me just show you real quick. Here's the frame. So I found the frame. Let me put the picture. So this is the frame here.
He's on TikTok.
Oh, God. Anyway, so this is the frame for it. It's an old vintage frame that I found. And then I cut the piece of masonite, which is what I paint on. I cut that to fit the frame. So when it's all done, it'll pop right there. You can see on TikTok, right in the.
What is auto board like?
Auto board is masonite. It's coated masonite. That's all it is. So they take the masonite and they use a hard clay powder, and so it's super water absorbent for water-based media. They make a bunch. They make some for companies ampersand, and they make some for water-based media. They make some for caustics. They make some for oils, and basically it just it's a hard surface. It's perfectly smooth unless my brush just flow over it, and it takes all the paint so well.
Canvas.
Yeah, I don't like canvas because when I lean on canvas, it pulls in. You know, it has the texture to it, and as an artist who has fine lines, the last thing I want is something to push back or have to go through little holes to make my line work.
Or to see that texture.
Yeah, I see that texture. So I love these clay boards. I've been painting on these for almost 15 years now. I love them. I love the company. I love the product. I love just how strong. Basically, I'll buy the big sheets and I cut them down to 50 small pieces.
Yeah, so we would consider this to be a small painting.
Yes.
You know, anything under maybe an 18-inch by 24-inch is a small painting. With small paintings, he won't custom build his own frames. We'll find vintage frames, interesting frames. Sometimes you'll build them, but it's done rather quickly. And this is why we show them on a live stream. And then they can be popped in the frame, ready to hang. It's a real affordable kind of original, with a unique frame.
Exactly.
Once it goes bigger, then there's a desire to build it.
Yes. And if you look at my maybe 2 or 3 posts ago, on whatever platform you're looking at, you'll see I did a video kind of showing I've been prepping a bunch for the upcoming trip to Australia, but also for upcoming live streams. So you can kind of see all my small frames all laid out, and they all have clay board already in it, already painted, ready. And it kind of helps me. I'll sit down, I'll have an idea, I'll what frame shape fits the best, and I go.
Concept, when a smaller concept, that was appropriate to do a rather fast paint, or that would just take a few hours.
I did go up a size. I have a smaller frame for this, a smaller piece it was going to be. I felt like the detail was a little squished inside there, so we used a bigger piece. If we had the cool idea that of the seasonal thing, I would have painted it bigger. Even
but this is a study, and that sometimes you need to do a study.
Oh, completely agree.
Or an artist get a sense of proportion.
Yep.
Color.
Yep. We're again things I know. Okay, I got in the next one. I got to make sure I fix that. Everybody's firing great questions today. Everybody showed up.
Delbert saying that they used to work in the UPS store. That they say,
yep,
it's your fault, and to basically take a picture before you ship it, which is totally true. And I tell you, every time shipping of a original, I think that like we should take a picture of it or whatever. But it's when we ship a rather a lot for just 2 people. And because it's just the 2 of us, and so we just get caught up in getting it out.
Plus, I've been screwed over so many times. I don't even think a photo would help me.
It's a weird thing after we've done the shipping companies a few times. Just
no.
And when they just always again, but after hundreds and hundreds of packages, to only have 3 that come in line.
Yep.
We've had some friends get. They've gotten the sides, or whatever, and we just, we replace them or whatever, and we try to just move on. I mean, what can you do? Because in all honesty, it's not going to get satisfaction. Their insurance is not there.
No. And like we said, we ship so much, we can't sit there and have a legal battle every time something gets damaged. We just have too much to move on to the next project.
Yeah. So it's a fact of life when you're an artist. Shipping is a big fact of life. You're TikTok a little bit.
Sorry, TikTok.
Yeah, we really try our best to our standards are not much else you can do. Do you want to review your mediums while here?
Sure thing. So if you tune in, so the background here is acrylic.
Meaning the red.
Meaning the red, yeah. The red is acrylic. All the colors you see here besides the dark line work is gouache, kind of like an opaque watercolor. So do all the color first, and then what you're watching me put on now is enamel. It's like a pinstriper's paint, like the lines they put on cars. It's completely opaque. I can do a hairline to a thick line in my brush in one stroke. That's kind of why I use it. And I'll go in here, and this is the way I put all my same size brush also. Yeah, same tiny brush, no matter the painting's 10 feet long, and inch. Silly. Big brush.
I'm always just surprised because obviously you're doing line work driven art, but I'm always
Yeah, again, the brush is so versatile that that's what I love about it. I can go in and get the tiniest hairline or splotch it down.
Whereas you couldn't do that if you used to do it.
No, exactly.
No ability to downsize.
Not written. Yeah, it's much harder because you're asking a tip to be smaller. This is the smallest they make this brush. I wonder if the company wasn't a jerk. We would talk about the brush, but we don't talk about the brush. He's a jerk. I'm gonna go in front of this for 1 second, TikTok. Let me get this. I know. 1 second line here. Make this line here, and then you'll be fine. Just one. Just don't yell at me.
Feel free to boo him.
You can boo. Just give me 1 second to make this long line here.
Boo.
It's an important line.
How his head is in the way, TikTok.
It's an important line, TikTok. Just hold on.
Are you done?
Done.
Out of it. I think the dogs might finally be giving up on the.
Oh, yeah, at the end of the live stream. Nice of them to help us out
one of
there.
them is giving up. The other one is thinking about giving up. I can just see the fatigue though. It's finally kicking in that we're just not finding that lizard. Hey. Okay. You've had a full almost hour of being stupid.
Of nincompoopness.
Of shenanigans. You determine that cameras for the dogs don't work anymore?
One doesn't work. The other one works fine.
Because they're not helping at all.
No, one is. Just add it. Yeah, it's there.
Perhaps.
Page add it.
Extra camera?
Yep.
All right. Oh, there it is.
There it is. Yeah, that one is being weird.
Huh.
Notice they were not cooperating the entire time.
Let's see if we can show who the terrible dog is. TikTok can't. So this is the terrible dog who's been looking for a lizard the entire time. No lizard was found. Oh, look how depressed she is. She can't believe it. Like, I know it was there.
I'll come back again and get it next time. The good thing is we fixed our camera cutting out problem, though.
I can't believe you just
We're past the half an hour
said
mark.
that.
We're past the half an hour mark. I'm taking credit for it.
Literally anything could happen. Crazy.
If it happens now.
Crazy.
Hey, I love the seasonal idea now. I think it's a great
Yeah, I do too. I think that's a fun way.
great way to tell this whole story. And you could put little animals around her for each of those things too. If you go a little bigger, you know what I mean?
How about in the hair?
All of it.
Just because I like how everything's
Yeah.
the bottom is very.
But you can do fully, like, you have more room for birds. Like if I was doing bird now, it would just be, a splotch of 4 lines.
But you give mine to do the 4 side by side in order to make it print. Don't cut the waist anyway. So anything you put down would be lost.
Well, then that's why we do it just up at the top.
I hear the hawk outside.
Mm-hmm.
We've had lots of hawk activity on the ranch. Lots of bird activity.
Yeah. They're very. It's that season of.
It's a season of love.
And they're loving on the pole outside all day long. But they've been here last year, and I'm hoping this year that they'll actually make a nest. You can check them out.
Yeah.
It's the bird from my most recent hawk water farm you can follow on social. He is here all the time. Both of them are here, defending their little property.
So we're coming up on an hour.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if TikTok will.
Yeah, TikTok will probably kick us off again, as it always does at the hour mark.
But I don't know if you want to keep going.
No, we can wrap it up.
Wrap it up after do the eyes maybe.
Oh boy.
Just because that's a fun part to watch.
The scariest part.
or save it.
No, we're there. That's people. I'm sure someone's like, I've been waiting the whole time for him to do that damn face. And now he's gonna cut out.
Right. Bye.
Yeah. Thanks for following. See you later.
Yay.
See you later.
Hope you had fun.
All right, let me just do a little bit of some guidelines. I'll paint them, but I'm blinking. I do the white on the butterfly. That's very nice. On the hair. And that's something else in the next piece. Which is why you do studies.
This piece is sold, right?
Yes. So just if you're watching on the stream, anytime you see me post a picture or here's what I'm working on the stream tonight, the pieces are available from that moment that I post. I'm talking about them. If you are seeing them on my streams and you're interested, feel free to message. They go pretty quick. That's usually when they go is once I've talked about them. So you want to make sure if you're interested that you message me. It's through. Yeah, I guess, see something you have a question about, by all means, message. Hey, I saw you post that. Is that available? Because these pieces go usually from that stage of when I post them. So I don't want you to miss out or or wait for the stream thinking you have to wait to buy it. Just finish this part of the hair, and then we'll do the eyes. In case anyone's been waiting for that. It makes me laugh. All right, let's bang out one of these eyes here.
Sarah, Sister Sarah says, hi, this is such a fun people.
Sister Sarah. Sister Sarah. Do, 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 do. Yep, you're welcome. Came here for the art, left because of the music.
The singing was something else.
Break those.
Sarah loved this singing. Wonderful, thank you so much.
That makes...
And we sing just enough to not get copyright.
Yes. Well, she liked it because it was her name being sung, so I get little.
Volstein says, hey Dave, how's the shipping department?
Who is it?
Volstein.
Oh, thank you, man. Thanks for hanging out.
They are good.
They're good. They're finally capped out. They've been a pain in the ass the entire time.
There's one there. They've usually they're really calm during the feed, but
there's a lizard trap somewhere in the studio. So she's the lizard kept everybody a little wired.
They've been hunting. Annoying is the word. They're annoying. Someday.
Mm-hmm.
So probably just another few minutes, right?
Yeah. So get your last questions in. Again, thank you guys all for joining us. Appreciate it. We do this every Wednesday. Feel free to, if you see paint something, you have questions, feel free to reach out. Appreciate you guys all hanging out here on the various platforms. We do this on TikTok, YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, all the things. So there's always something that's annoying.
But not be around to do this for.
Yes. So I'm not going to be here next week. I have a live demo down in San Diego I have to do. So, yep. Yeah. That's how it is. Crucial part. I have a live demo down in San Diego that I'll be doing tomorrow. I'm sorry, next Wednesday. So we will be taking a short respite, and I'm not sure if I'll come back before I go to Australia. I'll let you guys know. No matter what, I'm officially back the third week in March if I'm not around. But
look at Dave jet setting.
Yeah, sorry.
Speaking engagement.
Yeah.
I can't do that. Oh, I'm flying to Australia for 2 weeks.
Hey.
I can't do my live.
Hey, I'd much rather do the live stream than a speaking engagement. Let me tell you right now, it's not my favorite thing. I mean, if you talk about myself, I would like to, but this is a little more uncomfortable. I'm doing a live demo on Wednesday, and on Friday I'm speaking creativity and how my creative energies are recharged with birding. I'm a huge bird nerd, in case you didn't know. So yeah, what's going on? Again, thank you guys all for joining me. We're gonna wrap it up for tonight. But again, I had a great time, great questions. I appreciate you guys all stopping by, and we'll catch you guys on the next one. Take care.